Let's have a look at this little beauty here, see what we can do. How do we want to do this? Well, certainly you want to do this block here first, the circle. Extend it out. This hole is straightforward. We'll have to create this slope here, 30-degree angle. And then we have to make this cut. But very important here, this cut, the depth of this cut is given as along the sloped part here, right? So we'd have to measure it there. We can't just make the cut and then put the slope in. We have to first make the slope and then create the cuts. That might be, well, think about that for a second, right? Because we don't want to cut in the direction of the slope that we create, but we want to, so probably have to do something with projections and similar. All right, but let's get started. Oftentimes, like, you get yourself going and then see where it leads you. First part is easy. Let's put the circle. What's the diameter? It's 58. 58. Right there. Let's just do that. Might as well. Extrude. Looks like the top height is supposed to be 60. So let's do that. There we have our outline. Now let's see. This kind of the edge that we're going on is supposed to be 12 from the center. So let's do a sketch up here. We'll do a line. As long as it's a vertical line, doesn't matter how long it is, just longer than the circle. And we say we want to do this distance to the center there is supposed to be 12. Right, that'd be that distance right there. So this is where our slope is supposed to start. So maybe what we'll do, we will create ourselves a plane angle around an edge. So we want to have this one, and we want to, doesn't want to do that. It's not angle to plane around edge. That's what we wanted. Maybe we wanted this one. Oh, okay, I just misunderstood what I was trying to do. So that's what we wanted to do. And now we want to have it 30 degrees. Sometimes a little hard to see where it's calculated from. So we can say here, that is 30 degrees. All right, then we'd have, put in our minus 30. And we have this. So now we could create this cut. Yes. We cut this here. Yes, this is what we'll do. So we'll create the cut, and then we'll use our regular plane up here to draw the kind of the slot that goes down. So let's do this. We'll sketch something on this top plane here. What we'll do is we'll create a rectangle. I think it doesn't really matter how big it is. Let's just sketch it in. Just bigger than our circle. And then we'll say distance to there has to be 12. Overlap. Then we'll say finish. Then we want to extrude, but we want to do a cut. And we want to cut to. And we'll choose this as what we want to cut to. And then we'll say, okay. Let's look from the side. Yeah, that's about what we wanted. So now we have to make the cut. I don't think we need the work plane anymore. So let's turn that off. So what do we want to do? We want to draw something onto here, a new sketch. I think we can actually do the hole and this thing at this. We did need it because we needed the size. Of course, that's why we went all this way. Let's get rid of this sketch number 4. We didn't need it, but we need to turn our work plane back on. Visibility, yes. Now we want to sketch onto here, and we want to have from the circle up to there. So let's do that, do a new sketch. So we want to do our rectangle here. It goes from there. I don't think we can see that edge there. So let's project that onto what we have. And then let's see if we create ourselves a rectangle. Let's just draw a rectangle. It's supposed to have a width of 16. All right, that direction is supposed to be 16. Other direction not so important. We'll dimension it in from here to there. Sorry. Oops, I kind of went a little crazy. Isn't this the? Yeah. What is this? All right, that's not what I was trying to do. We can't do that. Let me think for a second here how to do this. So I was trying to make, so that's that. Can we use that for our distance? Okay. That's not what we want, but we want to have it 16 from there to there. So can we do maybe a line? Yeah, we need to have this in the right. A line like this. And we'll do the tangent to that. So that looks good. Now we can say we want to have this edge from there to there be 16. That's good. And now can we use that point right there? That's on the half point. We can. That distance is supposed to be 8. And now let's see. Does that look as if it's all on that plane? Excellent. It is. All right, everything's on this plane. Now we can't make the cut, right? If we just did the cut, it would cut into our little cylinder there. So let's do a drawing up on here. And what we'll do, we'll project this little fellow up to where we are. There we go. And we'll say finish. All right, so it's now up here. This length is not 16, right? It's a shorter length. All right, so if let's go back actually into that sketch. All right, just to show this. Right, if I do this distance now, it should not be 16. Right? It should be something that's, oh, definitely not out to there. But I mean, this distance shouldn't be 16. And you can't grab that line. You need to project it up to where we are. Now we can. So from there to there is something smaller, right? As we'd expect. Okay, good. Now we can cut that down, but we can also cut the circle at the same time. A little back one here, right? So, oh no, it's only 20 deep, so we should do those separately. So let's make that cut. Extrude. We want to cut, and let's just cut through everything. There we go. And we'll say okay. And now we can hide that sketch. And we can hide our work plane for good this time. There we go. And then all we need now is our hole that's 20 deep. So let's do a sketch up here. Do a hole that's on the center line. And it's supposed to be 7. Then let's dimension the distance from where our change is there. That's supposed to be 9. And we'll say, okay, we'll do an extrusion. And the extrusion is supposed to be 20. All right, then let's go ahead and hide this sketch. So visibility off. And no, looks about right, I would have to say. So I think we're done with this one.